So today I have in the second release from Singapore-based Audric Watches, and it is a good one. Been waiting for this one for quite a while, and I say that literally. It has been stuck at the Canadian border for quite a few weeks now, but miraculously showed up the other day. We thought it was long gone. Well worth the wait. The new watch is the Strider. It's a beautiful sporty watch, and I especially love the green dial on this model. The watch was actually supposed to be here so long ago. I was going to take this on my trip to Jamaica and have it as my kind of beachside, poolside watch. That's how long it's been stuck at the border, but glad it finally showed up. Big thanks to Audric Watches for lending this in for a few days to check out with you guys. So let's get straight to it and take a look at the watch. Now, although the watch was way late coming in, you're seeing this pretty early ahead of the Kickstarter campaign these are going to be available through. The campaign is planned to be coming sometime April, and there will be 5 colors: a black, a gray, blue. Then there's a pretty interesting one, kind of hard to tell from pictures, but it looks like almost a gold tone. The last is the green that I have today. Their first release, the Seaborn, was a really cool 500-meter diver, but I feel this is a great step forward for the brand in terms of design. There's just so many great little details. It's unique, but at the same time, not so unique that it's over the top. So one slight change with the watch I want to mention right away is the text, only because this is going to be showing up in some of my close-ups, and I just wanted to clarify. This is a prototype, and the text on the bottom of the dial reads stroller. I believe that was a placeholder probably before they came up with the name the Strider. On the production models, that will be changed to either Strider, or they may even just have the water resistance there. Sounds like they'll look to backers maybe to help decide which way to go with that. The dial has a hobnail pattern, and the green, which I'd describe as an emerald green, looks excellent. The finish on the applied markers is very well done, and I'm liking the numerals and the font they use for them at the 6, 9, and 12. Over at the 3 is the date framed in steel, and surrounding the dial is the rehaut with the minute track printed in white. The hands are large and easy to read. They're partially skeletonized and just that right length to where they reach right to the markers. The loom is really good. They're using C3X1, and they've got a nice, heavy, even application. It's bright, long-lasting, and they've even added loom to the crown with the company logo. Speaking of the crown, one extra little detail is they've added that line around the crown that's color matched with the dial, which is a nice touch. The crown is quite large, so easy to grip and unscrew. Winding action is smooth. The movement running the Strider is visible through the display caseback, which is using a sapphire crystal. It's an elaborate grade ETA 2824 with custom rotor. You guys all know the movement, but it's a 25 joule movement beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour and with a power reserve of approximately 38 hours. Now, you're probably starting to think, oh man, this thing is going to be expensive, but hang tight. I was surprised by the pricing, especially the early bird pricing for the Kickstarter campaign. So there's all kinds of lines and angles to take in with this watch, but the first thing that stands out, other than the dial, is the bezel. The top is finished with a very fine brushwork, and then the sides are polished. The only other polish work on the case is one small area on the lugs. They could have easily left that brushed, but it does a good job of breaking up the brushwork. One other neat touch is the case sides. They've brought the case sides out to a point, matching up with that edge of the bezel. It's a simple little detail, but I don't think I've seen a case done quite like this. The bracelet is mostly brushed too, but there's a small beveled polished edge along each side of the links. The ends of the links are also polished. I'm not sure if you can make that out here, but you get some fun light play with those. The clasp is signed Audric there. The clasp is probably the least exciting thing about the watch. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's solidly made, but kind of standard issue, although I will say the level of finish work on it and really the entire watch isn't typical. It's done to a very high level compared to a lot of micro brands. The clasp has 3 micro adjusts. The links are screwed links and the end links are solid. So pretty well everything we want to see in a bracelet. Size on the watch comes in at a width of just under 42 millimeters at its widest point. The lug to lug is 48.1 millimeters. Lug opening is 22 millimeters and the thickness is 11.6 millimeters. Water resist is 200 meters and the crystal is a flat sapphire with an anti-reflective coating. And here it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. Really nice looking watch. The dial looks beautiful with that green. I love the bezel and cool case design too. Actually, one other thing with these is the steel uses what they're calling hexadori, which is a scratch resistant coating. Hard to say how that'll hold up over time, only having had this a few days, but I'm sure it helps. Cost-wise, these will be starting at $549 USD on the Kickstarter campaign, which I think is a total steal for what you're getting. Full retail will eventually be $849. Link to the Audric site will be below, and if you want to get in on those early prices, there's a newsletter you can sign up to get updates on exact Kickstarter dates. So that is it. Thanks for taking a few minutes to stop by today, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.